welcome back to SkyFactory4. I forgot to start recording and I missed 15 minutes worth of the gameplay, but I wasn't doing much anyway. I was mainly grinding for dirt, stone, cotton and for the next tree, bone tree. And if you hadn't noticed, I started to fill in the gaps in between the various platforms. And after crushing a bit more dirt to get bone meal, we finally get it and we can surround the petrified sapling with bone meal. We quickly raid our cottonwood tree so we can get some string to make our bed later. And extend our platform for our new bone tree. Fill in some gaps in our platform, craft some dirt and plant our bone sapling. Fixed up our extension a bit. Get some more jungle wood for our roof. Do some more work on the house. Fall off and die. Go back to work. Throw the ugly material away. And some more. Make some more. Try and actually finish the house. Make some torches instead and place them because nighttime. Cut down the bone tree for wood so that way we can fix the extension. Then go back to working on the house. And throw away the ugly material again. So I decided to cut down a defenseless petrified tree in order to make some chests because I ran out of storage. Finally. I tried to move some stuff inside the house like the chest and the slab furnace, but unfortunately I got the slab furnace mined wrong, so I lost it in the end. And here I bet you were expecting a chest montage. Just kidding. And here we continue to improve our platform by removing the holes which form a death trap. We extend the base a little bit so that way we can expand the house if need be, since it's a little bit too small still. It took me far too long and I realised much later that I shouldn't have been creating or grinding dirt blocks the way I have been. I should have been trying to create grass blocks from a dirt block, which costs you 1 dirt block, but you get 4 grass blocks. Then when you put those blocks down and break them, they turn back into dirt blocks, which then you can repeat the process by putting them into the cauldron, creating mud and using leaves in order to create grass blocks. Rinse and repeat. I eventually realised that dark oak requires 4 saplings in order to grow. The reason why we needed a dark oak tree is because we weren't getting apples from any of the other trees, and with dark oak trees having the highest drop rate for apples, we decided to go that route. When you crush apple, you get apple seeds. We had a blank spot in our platform, so we put a dirt block in it and planted the apple seeds, which will turn into an apple sapling, which will then grow into an apple tree, which will become our primary source of food. We gather some resources so that we can make clay, so that we can make bonsai pots later. As you can see, our apple tree is already starting to grow a bit. After some more grinding, we can see our apple seeds are turning into an apple sapling in the background there. As you can see in the background, our apple sapling turned into an apple tree. After a lot of grinding, we turn our attention to the apple tree. Our main purpose here was to gather more apple saplings, so that way we can convert one of them into an acacia sapling. Of course, in our usual fashion, we extend our platform so that way we can put the tree on it, grind out a dirt block and plant it, often forgetting about the torches at night. While faffing about, I did end up creating some wool from a string that we had. It only takes 4 string to make 1 wool. The reason why the inventory enlarged chest and the search bar looks so dark is because I accidentally changed search mode. All you have to do is double click or double tap on the search bar and it will change modes back. Of course I didn't realise this until later. Hey. We did grind out enough bone so we could upgrade our stone crook to a bone crook. While I was grinding various resources, I did realise that the acacia sapling / tree did not have any lighting around it, and this was evident with the zombie flesh floating there, which I did eat since I was low on health and hungry at the time. After grinding out 9 cobblestone, we used 8 of them to craft a full stone furnace. Now we've got a stone furnace again, which I'll put to use straight away. While waiting for the forge to do its thing, I re-evaluated the chest slab inside the house and decided to put in a full double chest. While I was at it, I also decided to drink the coffee and eat the bread. Save some space that way. Not waiting for the forge any longer, I decided to take what it was cooking out and put the clay in, which turns into bricks, allowing us to create bonsai pots. Unfortunately, it's not something that would allow us to automate the growth process. However, I did try other ways, but that's later on. So leaving the bonsais for another day, we turn our attention to creating a tin sapling. In order to do that, we need to create tin amber, which then we melt in a melter and pour it over a sapling, which will turn into a tin sapling. In order to create tin amber, you need 1 flint, 2 clay resin, 2 gravel resin, 4 bone resin. With tin amber crafted, we put it away in our chest for later. The next mission is to create a melter. Instead of porcelain, which requires clay and bone meal, I opted to go for seared brick, which requires grout. Crafting grout takes 4 gravel, 4 sand, 1 clay, and you get 16 grout back. Creating a porcelain or seared brick melter will take the same amount of effort either way. However, if you craft a porcelain melter, you will need to switch over to a seared brick at some point in the future due to its limited capabilities. So to avoid any extra work, I'm going straight to seared brick. to make sure that your bonsai grows, you need to make sure there's at least one space free above your bonsai. With the plant inside your bonsai, it's actually taller than one block. After a bit of respite with the bonsais, we get back on track. With some seared bricks crafted and some glass in hand, we are ready to craft our smelter. There are four main components. You've got the tank, you've got the melter, you've got the faucet, and you've got the basin and or table. You can use a heater instead of a tank, but its output will be fairly limited. By using a tank with liquid fuels like lava, it will serve me much longer and much better with a higher heat output in the long run. We will have to craft a stone cauldron in order to make lava later. We will also need a proper bucket that's not ceramic as well. So the first part I crafted was the seared tank. After grinding out some more sand and cooking it to make some glass, we then produced the melter which we put on top of the tank. Although we put our tin in the melter, we can't actually melt anything just yet. Grinding petrified tree. Grinding more petrified tree. And even more grinding of petrified tree. At this point I'm really getting sick of the grind and I'm really considering a cobblestone generator. Either rudimentary one or the device specific one to SkyFactory4. Even though the grind has been extremely harsh and very tiring and taxing, we managed to create our cobblestone cauldron, and now we can generate lava and obsidian. Next time on Lunatic Mercenary. Oh, for the love of...